Today's date is December 22nd, 2018. Shalom. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, it is the morning of December 22nd, 2018, 6:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just had a premonition about the Statue of Liberty, and I want to bring it to you first, just in case anything may happen. Each and every one of us has been granted a gift. Some are able to preach, some are able to have dreams, some are able to be empathetic, some are able to console, some are able to counsel, some are able to teach, some are able to sing, some are able to minister in ways. Some people can just look at another person and can feel if they're going through something. Automatic, maybe within the 2-3 seconds, you could just look at a person and see if they're going through something. Maybe you could tell if a person is unhappy, if they're sad. I don't know, but to each individual is their own gift. With that being said, there's one gift in particular that I've had for the longest, more later into life, more than anything. And having dreams is one of them. It's to a point now where I'm very cautious of what I dream. It's not like you could prevent it anyways. Meaning, when I wake up from a dream, I'm very cautious of how it will play out. Or, I don't even know if cautious is the word. I'm more so on the edge of how it would play out. And in this dream, I just woke up. And I want to bring it to you first. And I'm going to try to make this quick. I had a dream that I was in this restaurant. And I was walking around with my hands behind my back, looking at tables as if there was anything I could do to help, if they needed anything, smiling, greeting the customers, things of the such. I had a dream. See, there's one of my alarms right there. I had a dream that while I was in this dream, I stepped outside and I noticed that pieces of the Statue of Liberty, pieces of the face of the Statue of Liberty had chipped off. It was already off when I looked outside. And I was looking in this amazing puzzlement. Like I was just shocked to see just huge chunks of the Statue of Liberty's face just missing. And I was staring at it for a good little while, like in shock, and then like turning my head and looking as if the sun was in my eyes. And then I'm looking around over my shoulders, looking to my left, my right, looking behind me to see if anybody else sees what I see. And before I could bring it to someone's attention, the entire Statue of Liberty fell down. It was demolished. Demolished is the best way that I can say it, because it looked like as if it was pre-planned. It fell down exactly just how the Twin Towers fell down. It fell straight down. Like it didn't fall forward. It didn't fall backwards. It fell straight down. From the bottom to the top, it fell. No, it fell. Yeah, it fell from the bottom to the top. Because as I saw it fall down, like everything was still intact. Like the hand, the what's the little thing? The torch, the head, the crown, everything, the from the shoulders to the neck, everything was still intact, and you could tell it was falling from the bottom down, as if, I mean, it was just falling down, just straight down. And after it fell down, there was this wave, this huge tidal wave. The wave was as tall as a skyscraper, and the wave came down and fell towards me. Oddly, I didn't feel any water pass me. I rose above the wave. It's like even though it came my way, it didn't even touch me. It was like I was already on top of the water. This is the best way I could explain it. But then I had made it to like dry land. Clothes still dry, everything. But check this out. Here's the funny part. The funny part is the night before I set my clothes out for work, which I do work with the restaurant. I set my clothes out the night before, black and white. I set out a black vest, a white shirt, some black slacks. In the dream, I wore black pants. I wore a white sweater. So I still even have the same colors. So I wanted to bring this to you first, just in case something just so happens to happen. Just in case. 9 times out of 10, when I have dreams, it happens the very next day, the same day when I wake up, or within that week. Period. No sooner, no later. It'll happen the same day I wake up, it'll happen the very next day, or it'll happen within that week in some way or form. From just many things. From me meeting up with certain people in public, from me hearing certain phrases, for people telling me things, anything. I have these dreams. And there's other gifts that I have that I'm not going to get into at this time, but to stay relevant, I had this dream that the Statue of Liberty fell down, and there was a great, great tidal wave right after that. Now we have to remember that last year, Wendy Williams fell down dressed as the Statue of Liberty. We have to remember that the Pope on the record says that this may be the last Christmas for humanity. We have to remember that Queen Elizabeth even mentioned herself that she was bitterly sad that this may be the last Christmas. She just said this last year. So what does this mean? Will this happen? There's a possibility. But the dreams that the Most High has given me are indeed true, and they indeed come true in some way, shape, or form. With that being said, I want to verify what I just told you with the scripture coming from Acts chapter 2, verse 17. There's others that we can get into, but just for the sake of time, I'm just going to give you one. And it shall come to pass in the last days, said Yahweh, I will pour out of my spirit on all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and young men shall see visions, and old men shall dream dreams. Send scripture. I know I'm not the only one that have dreams about certain things. I know I'm not the only one that can relate to this. And what a perfect time for the elite to have such a setup. When everybody is full, when everybody is pretty much broke for shopping for Christmas, skipping out on rent, skipping out on car insurance, skipping out on your car note, not paying your bills, all to satisfy someone's affection with gifts they don't need and things you shouldn't have bought. What a perfect time to do it. Because nobody has money to buy food now. Nobody sees it coming. Nobody has bought water. No one is even thinking at all to save a little something to the side. Yet, what is happening is that people get caught up in a whirlwind with buying products and paying bills and not planning at all for the future. Just yesterday, right before midnight, I finished my business license, LLC, for this art that I'm doing and for the sake of Real TV. If the system happens not to fall anytime soon, Real TV will be morphing shortly into his own entity, into my own website. It's very key that we try to slowly get away from YouTube the best way that we can. So with that being said, I applied for my LLC copyright and trademark a few days ago. And yesterday rather, I received an email that I had some finishing up to do. And in this email, it basically said that I had 14 days to sign and send this last bit of information off to the USPTO, to the United States Patent Trademark Office. I had until midnight Friday, it said in the email. I had until midnight Friday. Just yesterday, Trump went on record to say that a partial shutdown was going to start on Friday midnight. I literally sent all of my information in at exactly at 11:59 p.m. Not initially knowing that I had until midnight to send it in. I didn't know until after the fact. But the fact of the matter is that something will eventually happen, whether we think it will or not. Every empire that ever reigned has fell. From the Egyptians, to the Romans, to the Syrians, to the Mayans, to anyone that we could ever think of, they have all failed. Egypt was so dang on, what's the word? So cocky with it. They even started putting honey to the side for the afterlife. Honey and all their goals and thinking that, you know what I mean? Every kingdom has failed. Are we fools to think that the United States is going to last forever? Are we fools to think that Trump is really going to make America great again when America never was great in the beginning? Trump was placed into office to be a demise to the United States of America. He was placed in office to give the Caucasians hope that that the Jim Crow law will come back. He was placed in office as hope, as a sign of wealth and success to the Caucasians, and that everything will be just fine again. He was placed by the Zionists, by the Khazars, to be a sign of the times of the demise and fall of America. I wanted to bring this to you today from Real TV. Again, we're going to do this until the light shuts down. If the system really does shut down, it is what it is. But if it happened to do so, and other countries aim at the United States to prepare themselves into war and great chaos, we always, no matter what, have to put the Most High first and do His will into the end, all the way into the end. With that being said, I love you. Stay prayed up. Even until the lights go off, we're going to do this thing. Straight up.